Welcome to the show. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man's snoring, I'm out of town, but the show must go on, so please bear with me while hailstones fall on my car. Welcome to the show. My name is Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. Miami's at the New York Mets for a 7 o'clock start this evening. The betting opened up with the Mets as the Moneyline favorites at minus 125, and the total at an even 9 runs. Since then, New York's now laying $1.15 on the Moneyline, with the total moving all the way up to 10.5 runs. Currently, the Miami Marlins get the 1.5 on the run line, and at the moment, 58% of the action's on Miami to get the job done. Tonight's probables: Justin Nicolino for the Marlins. Chris, shout out to all them freshmen on Instagram straight flexing for the Mets. New York's had some success with flexing on the bump, going 3-1 in their games where Chris makes the start. Similar story on the other side for the Marlins, as they've gone 4-2 in their games where Justin Nicolino makes the start themselves. Even better, this Miami team has been hot as of late, going 5-1 in their last 6 games. They're going up against a Mets squad who's coming fresh off a 4-game beatdown sweep at the hands of the Yankees in the seemingly uncompetitive Subway Series. This Mets organization has also won a dismal, pathetic, pitiful 3 games out of 20 as the official home underdog. The deck looks pretty stacked against these slightly favored Mets, but before I go ahead and select a winner in this one, let's go ahead and break down the total real quick. Both teams are 2-1 for the overs in their previous 3 games respectively. Both teams' games are also collectively averaging just 9.5 per runs per game in their last 4 communally. All told, the case for the under can certainly be made, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm taking the under 10.5 runs in this one. And when it comes to selecting a winner, we're getting some pretty good money line equity on the red-hot Marlins in this one. I'm going to go ahead and take Miami to get the job done on both the money line and the run line. I'm predicting a final score of 5-4 Miami. All right, folks, I'm going to slide into my next game. I'm talking about Milwaukee at Colorado for an 8:40 start at Coors Field. The betting opened up with the Rockies as the $1.50 favorites, and the total at an even 12 runs. Since then, Colorado is now laying 170 on the money line, with the total moving slightly upward to 12.5 runs. Currently, the Brewers get the 1.5 on the run line, and at the moment, 66% of the action's on the Rockies. Tonight's probables are Garza for the Brewers, Marquez for the Rockies. Colorado's winning a solid 60% of their games, where German Marquez makes a start. Meanwhile, a little bit different story on the other side, as Milwaukee's just 9-9 in their games, where Matt Garza makes a start on the bump themselves. The Brewers are also just 1-3 in their head-to-head matchups with the Rockies. But if you think the Brewers don't have a shot, keep in mind they've been red hot as of late, going a perfect 4-0 in their last 4 games. They're also facing a Colorado squad who struggled as of late, losing 2 of their last 3. All told, there are certainly some trouble areas for bettors on both sides in this one. As for me, however, I'm going to break down the total real quick before selecting a winner. And when it comes to the scoring, both teams are 2-1 for the overs in their last 3. Having said that, though, 3 out of Milwaukee's last 4 games have fallen well short of the posted total of 12.5 runs. Very similar story on the Colorado side. All told, the case for either side could potentially be made. As for me, however, I'm going to go ahead and take the under 12.5 runs in this one. And when it comes to selecting a winner, this Colorado team is winning an impressive 65% of their games as the official home favorite. Even better, this Rockies team is winning nearly 80% of their games at the current money line odds. The case for Colorado can certainly be made as well, and that's exactly what I'm going to do when it comes to picking a winner. I'm taking the Rockies on both the money line and the run line. I'm predicting a final score of 6-4 Rockies. All right, folks, I'm going to slide in my third and final game for the show. It is the lightning round, so I got to move. I'm talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Minnesota Twins. We're going to try to take advantage of the Twins' mediocrity at home this season. We got the D-backs as the $1.22 favorites on the money line, with the total moving slightly upward to 9.5 runs. Currently, the Twins are getting the 1.5 at home, and at the moment, just 52% of the action's actually on Arizona to get the job done. We got a pretty good matchup on the bump in this one. Godley for the Diamondbacks, Santana for the Twins. Minnesota's 14-10 when Santana makes the start. Meanwhile, on the other side, Arizona's a little bit better at 11-6 when Godley makes the start themselves. In addition, these D-backs just split a 4-bagger with the best team in the American League. I think this solid pitching is going to keep us under the 9.5, with the Diamondbacks getting the job done for some money line cash. The Twins are going to keep it close, in my opinion, however. Give me Minnesota on the run line. I'm predicting a final score of 5-4 Arizona. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you, yes, I hear the rain coming down, that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. And if for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page. And have yourself a positive day.